Hi. Hi. How are you today? I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. The reason why I'm so good is because I finally hit 100 subscribers on my channel. I couldn't have done it without my fans. Just kidding. Thank you. It was really, really, really exciting to see that number finally hit triple digits. I only hope to grow the channel more. Weekly content, not a promise, but that might be a thing moving forward. I'm going to work really hard on my content for this year. That's a vow that I'm making to myself. Anyways, I got Fire Emblem Engage. I'm very excited to start playing it. The download is happening right now, but because my internet is terrible, it's going to take like well over an hour. So a couple days ago, I was like scrolling through and I was looking at some of the characters. And I realized that I'm going into this game pretty much blind, which is completely different from my Three Houses experience, where I was checking Serena's Forest like literally every single day just to double check and see if there was any new information about like the classes that were available in game, and what each student was going to be good at. I was a planner. That was during my Type A university era, and now I'm too tired for that. So I don't really know much about a lot of the characters, and I was looking at them, and I thought it would be fun and silly if I went through, judged their designs, and tried to guess what class stream that they're in, just purely based on how they look. So starting off, we have Aleer, controversial girl. I understand why people don't like the direction Engage has taken with its art, because it's definitely doing oversaturated mobile saccharine, like mobile game aesthetic. I get why that's not for everybody. There are some designs that I don't love. We'll get into them. We'll cross those bridges when we get there. But I like the Aleer design. I think literally if they had just like single color hair, no one would care. For me, it's not as egregious as it is to some other folks. Next, we have, I don't think, I don't know if this character is playable. I'm assuming she's going to be the character that transforms into a dragon. Is she the player character's mom? I mean, this design is very pretty. I like it a lot. Regal. I appreciate the draconic elements, especially in the design of the crown, and these little drop jewels on the side, just to add some ornamentation, some flair. Very pretty. Anyways, she doesn't have a class, so who cares? Vander is our Joggin. I don't know how to pronounce it. He's that character who is older and starts in an advanced class, and then tends to peter off towards the end game. I'm assuming he's just like a paladin. Yeah, okay. There's nothing about this that is super appealing to me. Nothing about it is necessarily bad. I can appreciate some of these details, like the fact that he has like scarred armor, that there's a little bit of chipping on the breastplate right here. But yeah, I just feel like this is very standard. Standard anime, slightly over designed armor. We're mixing silver and gold, which I tend to have a problem with, but it's little enough gold that I don't really care. Blue, he's a hero. He's part of the good guys. We know all these visual cues. Okay, we're going to move on to Clan. This character, I think I initially thought they were an archer, but I found out they were a mage. For me, there isn't really much, especially like in terms of Fire Emblem design tropes. I wouldn't have pegged this character for a mage simply because they're not wearing a cape, and I feel like that's typically like the biggest staple, a cape or a big hat. I like the design. You know, this one feels very, like, particularly more so than a bunch of the other ones, this one feels super Genshin Impact-y. There are elements of servitude here because I think they're one of the Lord's retainers. But yeah, I initially thought they were an archer. I think it was the braid. I think it was the fact that they're wearing green. This down here looks like a little pot of like resources or something. I don't know why. I associate that with like the merchant class from some of the games, which tend to wield bows. So that's what I had them pegged for, but that is not who they are. Next we have Frem. I know a lot of them are supposed to be French. Je suis canadienne, je parle un peu de français. I should not do that on my channel. That'll make so many people so mad. I like the look as well. Personally, I'm a really big fan of like a halter tank top that cuts in here. I think it's very flattering, especially if you want to show off a shoulder. She has the same sort of plaid scarf and hat look, like plaid accessories similar to Clan. It's obvious that they're supposed to be unified in their look. So they both have the plaid, the bows, the braid. They also have the same like pot of resources too. It's obvious that she's a hand-to-hand fighter with the huge gauntlets that she wields. So yeah, she's a martial monk. I think it's very cool that they've mixed hand-to-hand fighting and healing. into a single class. I'm very excited by that. Next, we're moving on to Alfred. I think this is very pretty. You can tell that he's either a prince, royalty. He has the cute little laurel crown. A bit more of a French inspo, I would say. The ruffle. We've got the ascot. I don't know if we necessarily need the trim going down kind of like across the chest and between the shoulders. And I don't know if it's very useful to have it on the cuff here. But I do really like it around the waist. That's very pretty. I like the color combo, this like royal blue cut by the striking yellow with the white. It all works really well together. Very nice. I know that he's a cavalier because he was featured a lot. Yeah, okay, he was the royal prince. Edie. I wonder how they're going to pronounce the names. Is the game fully voiced? I don't know very much. It probably is. Three Houses was fully voiced. This character, I can't remember what I thought she was. I think I thought she was a healer, but I know she's an archer. I think this design is also cute. Again, it is playing into that sort of French inspo. There are like made kind of rough details on the chest of the garment, but she might be royal. Okay, she's a retainer, so I don't know why she's wearing a tiara. Interesting. So the tiara, I guess, is just something she has, but is not necessarily indicative of status. I guess they're just letting everyone in. Let's just say that. Okay, I think it makes sense that she's an archer, specifically because she has the leg of lamb. Or not, that's not even leg of lamb. She has like the puff sleeve on her arm here. That tends to be a signature sniper thing. I guess maybe when they're fighting, you want visual emphasis on the part that's moving. So yeah, I never would have guessed that she's an archer, but I like this design. I think the colors play well together. Okay, next we're going to move on to Boucheron. Okay, what might he be? Like, he could be a cavalier. He might be like an infantry lance unit. That's what I'm going to guess. He's like an infantry lance unit. I forget what they call those in previous games. He's a lancer. What's leading me to think that is probably the fact that he has like pauldrons, big chest armor plate. You know, we got to protect the body, especially if we're on the ground. We're going to be like a frontline fighter. And maybe for like storytelling reasons, he is like holding the front while we have the archer in the back. Oh, he's an axe fighter. Okay, so I was close. I guess that's better too from like a game design perspective. You have an axe wielder more early on. Celine Dion does not exist. Okay, what is this character? Okay, I know this character is a mage because she was with the Celica emblem ring content. Okay, I guess maybe there was just a glitch in the page. Okay, I'm assuming she is the brother of the other guy because she also has this kind of double helix trim design happening. Hers is more of a focus on yellow. He had the blue, pink accents, and she has this beautiful crown. Qu'est-ce que c'est, lui? Okay, one of the playable characters. I feel like this one's an armor knight, but I think I've seen him. Lance armor, okay. That tracks. Very heavy armor. I feel like he might have like the reclusive personality, hides behind the bulky armor kind of trope. I could see that from this character, especially with like the shaggy hair, or he's like a wild warrior. One of the two. But yeah, I like this. I think he plays well in the ensemble from this country with the lighter color armor. Again, we're really leaning into this silver and gold thing. Do you guys like the fact that I'm wearing red and blue? I like this design. Straightforward. We know who he is. This one plays a little bit less with color, just a very neutral palette. But it looks nice. It looks good. A little bit forgettable amongst these other folks, but oh, I haven't seen this character at all. Okay, what do we see? We see some glasses. We see like a train conductor type of hat. We see a backpack. They have a vial of something on the backpack. They have this bracelet that probably affords them power. No indication of a weapon, but they're one of the playable and recruitable unit characters. They're a thief. I'm going to guess that they're a thief. Martial monk. Oh, but they use a dagger. Okay, I was wrong, and I'm upset, but it's okay. I'll be fine. Martial monk. I never would have gotten that from them. Maybe there's something about the class system that I don't understand. But I was right that they wield daggers. They have high dexterity. They have decent speed. Oh, you can recruit Jean through the optional paralog budding talent. Oh, they're like the Donald of the game. I see. Cool. I like that. Okay, now we're moving on to characters that I really don't know. I think the little icon stuff is where they lose me. Like there's this girl with the star tattoo, star sparkles in the hair, very Y2K, very that aesthetic, hair jewels. She probably has one of those tooth gems. This is where they lose me a little bit because I don't like this very much. A little bit over designed. I think they're using flashy details to make up for lack of substance elsewhere because this design doesn't tell me very much about her. Maybe she's a magician. I'm gonna guess she's a mage. She's a thief. No subtlety. Is she a circus performer? I know that's a thing here. Not much is known about her other than that she is a thief. Anna vibes, even though I know Anna is in this game. Yeah, this doesn't speak to me. These cutouts don't do much. Like, I guess it's good for emphasizing, like, sightlines because against a black cape and a black bodysuit, it just gives you more to look at. It's a bit more visually engaging to have cutouts in this spot. And it is like kind of fashion in the sense that it creates almost like a negative space and makes the body and the garment look itty bitty tiny. But this doesn't speak to me literally at all. So we're going to move on. That one's a boot. Anna is, I'm assuming she's an archer or a thief. Axe fighter. Oh, this is, okay. I feel like this is a reference to who she is in Fire Emblem Heroes. Because obviously Engage is a big Fire Emblem Heroes send-up. I think this game was supposed to be the 20th anniversary game, and then they postponed it for some odd reason that I don't understand, but it's okay. Spirit of the Somnial. Is that Somi? Jun Somi? Just kidding. Okay. Cute little pet. We love to see it. Veil. They feel like another dragon girl. Okay. Oh, we don't even know who she is. Pre-release footage and is subjected to change at a later date. Cool. I appreciate the take. I feel like she's going to be a divine dragon, but instead of like scaly kind of dragon, she might be like more of a feathered dragon, or maybe she like transforms into a bird. I got too excited by that. Like, what if she becomes a huge swan or something? I don't know. That'd be very pretty. French inspo, swan, ballet. Oh my gosh, if she's a dancer, like an Azura type character. Ooh, that could be really fun. No one's going to watch this video because people are going to know information about the game, so it's not going to be exciting to watch me guess. Diamant. Axe fighter. Oh, Lord with a sword? Okay, well, fuck my drag. Nice design. He looks a bit more charming in some of the actual footage of the game. He looks a little upset here, a little angry. I guess he does have Lord tropes. There are Crom elements in this design. We have the belt buckles. We have the pin with the cape affixed, huge collar, really ornate armor down the arm. Okay, yeah, I guess I could see how he's a lord. I should have dissected further. I was too quick to pull the trigger. This character is an archer. They have archer written all over them. No armor on one arm and then armor on the other arm because it's the arm that they aim with. That would make sense. They're a bow wielder, for sure, for sure. Yay, I got it. Amber, one of the playable and recruitable units. Okay. This gives me so little. I'm going to guess that they're a mage. They could be a mage. They could be a cavalier because they have the ruffles. I'm going to guess that they're a cavalier. Cavalier. Okay. Yay, 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 yay. This design is perfectly serviceable. I like this. It's giving like Knight's Guard, Captain, very high up. She's probably one of the retainers. She's obviously a heavy armor class, armored axe unit. Yeah, I could see that for her. I just really appreciate the little capelets underneath the pauldrons. That's very, very nice. And the stripes that are along the helmet indicate higher status. This is really good. I like her. Jade's a real one. I'm excited to play. Ivy is one of the playable and recruitable unit characters. This has the same vibe as that other character, Unica, that we were looking at a couple seconds ago, where I feel like what's happening is not very interesting. I love the Fascinator. I love what's going on in the back. Like a Drag Race judge, I love what's going on from the neck up. Like I like the cape, but what's the dress? It's just boring. Like, great, boobs? Who cares? Big boobs. Like this rose thing in the middle here, like all roses have thorns. Like that's... I'm sure that'll be a thing for her, that she's some kind of femme fatale, dark mistress kind of deal, especially with this sort of demonic tattoo that's on the front of this dress. But I don't like this. I think I like this little faux sleeve part. I enjoy like an opera glove. But yeah, I think this dress is so boring. I don't like it. Oh, I didn't guess what she is. But I know that she's a flying unit. Wing tamer. I'm assuming that means that she's she's a wyvern rider. Okay. I knew that. I knew that she was some type of flying unit, even though she looks like she's a mage. But the fact that she's a wyvern rider makes sense. This feels like an artist in the room went, we have to do Camilla, but more. Okay, next we move on to Zelkov. He's a mage. He's like a dark mage. He's a shaman. He's a thief? The key. Ooh, I'm stupid. I was like, oh my gosh, eyes? Eyes in a big robe? Baby, he's a dark mage. But I guess the fact that he's wearing a key around his neck, he's a thief. I've not much to say about this. This is a little bit drab. But maybe I'll like the character writing more so than I like the look. Kaketsu. They feel like they are what do I think they are? They feel like they look like Oboro from Fates with like the blue hair, the like Japanese inspired design. So I want to say that they're like a lance infantry unit, but I don't know. Like a lance fighter. Swordmaster. Okay, well, I was on a roll for a little bit and then I got cocky. I got arrogant. And now I just don't know if I can do the job. This design is okay. Nothing we haven't seen before. I'm not compelled. Oh, I feel like she is a new class. I know she does like a circus kind of pole thing. Sentinel. I'm assuming that is infantry lance unit. I like this design. I think it's fun. It has that whimsy that I think people are upset by, especially like the flower crown detail, the diamond tiara that goes across the forehead. I think it would be nice because she's a crown princess if it was even more ornamented, because she just looks like a circus performer, which I think it's cool. I guess she's going her own way. She defies trends. She doesn't want to do just like what's assigned to her, which is all fine and dandy, but maybe give me a little bit more princess. Like he looks more like a prince, I would say, like crown prince of a kingdom. Same thing where they have the little tiara across the forehead to indicate that they're royalty. I want to guess that he's a flying unit, but I think he's going to be like an axe fighter or something. Oh, he's the same class as his sister. Okay, so they're both lance people. I respond a lot better to this design. Okay, next we have Citrine. I believe this character is a mage. Okay, so I knew that. Why are the clothes ugly? Like they just haven't been able to get the dress portion of any of them correctly. It's like everything else, all the accessories have been cool. Like I love the shrug. I love the cape. I love the way the cape is adorned with tassels, confetti, things like that. I love the hair jewel. I love the feather coming up on the other side, the earring, the necklace. It's all good. But then we have this boring dress. Just something about the shapes. I don't think they put a lot of thought into it. Like who is she? Also, why does she have these huge exaggerated sleeves and then a dress with a neckline up here? She should have a square neckline. Lapis. Okay, I don't know this character. They are a Pegasus Knight. They're a sword fighter. Slay. I never would have guessed that. I guessed based on stereotype. She has a demure personality just based on the pose and the kind of like shy eye that she's giving. They tend to do more impractical armor for the Pegasus Knights, more so than some of the other classes, which is what led me to think that she was a Pegasus Knight, because it's only the chest and her whole belly is exposed. And then she also has this kind of scarf running around her back, which I feel like is also a Pegasus Knight thing. Is that it? Okay, the list skipped a few people. I got all these except for Chloe. Chloe doesn't exist. But I guess I missed this whole country because I know this character Hortensia, which is another character that I don't like because she has a stupid heart face tattoo. I know that she's a Pegasus Knight, a wing tamer. Oh, maybe she's also a wyvern rider. Honestly, I kind of fuck with this design. It's too much, but I think it's fun. It's drag. I think it works in its too muchness. Just take away the little heart thing. Maybe we could do without the two-toned hair, even though that is a staple for what this game is doing. I appreciate the French reference, the Rococo. She definitely evokes royalty. Yeah, I think they didn't give these characters like equal treatment. Like Ivy, I'm assuming she's the crown eldest princess and heir to the throne, but she doesn't evoke royalty to me too much, except for this exaggerated, not even that exaggerated, make it bigger. The cape detailing kind of tells me that she's royal, but not enough. Like this is a very specific historical reference. that lends itself to aristocracy, to wealth. I think Diamant, there's no obvious indication that he's a crown prince, but he looks like a wealthy lord. Alfred has crown prince vibes. Celine looks royal. Alir looks royal. I think Ivy and Tamara lack that. Rosado and Goldmary. Okay, these are two characters that I missed. Okay, I missed all of these characters. This is confusing. It did not go in order. This game also has a huge cast. Rosado. I like this. It's giving like idol warrior, which I know we kind of got in Dorothea, but I'd be interested to know if she's like a famous knight, partially because of her looks and also her talent. I don't like the space buns, but I understand why they're here, because this would feel empty if there wasn't anything there. She maybe could have had like a cute helmet. I just looked without without giving it a guess. She's a wyvern rider. She has some flying unit design tropes, like she has the waist panel armor going down her arms. Again, something weird with the bodice happening. Like, why is there nothing going on here? There should be something in this negative space. Goldmary. Okay. She's an archer. She's a hero. Like, she's an axe fighter. I assumed literally just because she has one panel of shoulder armor. I guess Vake also has that. I like the design. It has that barmaid kind of feel that I don't necessarily love from Fire Emblem, because this looks like a Halloween costume. I think it's like unified quite nicely. I appreciate the little green accents that are in the armor, in the jewelry. Marin. Oh. Okay, I'm assuming they're a hand-to-hand combat. A wolf knight. Oh. A new class? Very cool. A knight who loves all animals, especially rare beasts. Marin rides on a fast-moving wolf to charge into battle with lightning speed. Slay. This one was for the furry girls at home. We love to see it. We can tell who they are just from looking at them. Fur pelts around the shoulder. They look like they have a tail. Cute armor. And then, yeah, the glove weapon. Very, very nice. I feel like we haven't had a lot of mages, and then we had a country full of flyers. I'm going to guess that she's a mage. She's a fighter. I'm not good at any of this. I'm interested to know what her story is, because I feel like the face art that's happening with this character is a little bit more interesting than the other two that we've seen. This one seems like it'll be a little bit more deliberate, and like it'll have a story design reason. She's a fierce fighter but has refined tastes and an obsession with oddities such as ghosts and insects. Oh, she's a creepy girl. She loves the creepy things. Pandrio. They're a monk. Oh, they're just a flat healer. I guess a monk counts. Yeah, the design is cool. I feel like it melds well with the other characters from this country. Lots of oranges, very saturated pigments against white. See, and I would guess that he's an axe fighter, but the other girl's an axe fighter. Cavalier. Great knight. So he is a cavalier. Okay, I'm guessing he rides a horse. That's all I'm going to say. He has the Ferdinand kind of energy with the ascot, the shoulder armor. Again, I like this design. There's nothing really to write home about. It's cute. It looks good. Okay, I think this is our last one. I'm going to guess he's a mage. Dancer. I'm going to quit having opinions. I was wrong about everything. We love a boy dancer. I think this design looks great. Looks a lot like the dancer unit from Three Houses. Okay, I think that's all the characters. That's all she wrote. Did you think this video was stupid? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, if you want to hear more on Fire Emblem Engage, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, let me know. I'm very excited to start playing the game today. Now that I know what all these characters do, I'm a little bit spoiled, but it's okay. Sometimes things that are spoiled are better.